So as we continue to find the best football badge around the world, we head to Spain to check out the badges of La Liga. Who's going to be cream of the crop? Who's going to be dross? We'll take a little look next. Right, folks, back once again with another video. This time we'll take a look at the badges of La Liga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things football badges related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're all here under one rooski. Now, what gives me the right to take a look at football badges and rank them from good to shite? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm a bit of a nut when it comes to logos and badges and things like that. I've got a second channel just all about it. Check that sucker out. I talk about all kinds. Well, I don't talk about it. I made videos about all kinds of badges, from KFC to Google to Best Buy. Got it all here. NBA. I've got it. It's just a realm of badges. Plus, it's got other stuff in there as well. You can check a look at some of the work I actually do down the bottom here. Event setups and all that kind of business. It's all on there. Check that sucker out. Box Owner Productions. But today, we're going to be talking about La Liga. Here we are, boys and girls, with a clean slate. That's right. And we're going to take a look at the badges of La Liga. All 20 teams. I'm going to rank them from absolute dross to the cream of the crop. And we're going to start with a topical one, or one that's maybe in the discussion. It's Levante. We can't really see it. I'm going to push it over here. It has a bat. Yeah, we know about that these days, bats. It says Levante, UD on there. Now, prior to all this, bats are the worst thing in the world, animals. I like this one. I still do like it. It's got nice colours, it's got nice font, it does say Levante on there, and then that means, in my eyes, it ticks a lot of the boxes. I'm going to just push it into the decent column for now. I just want to elaborate a little bit on how we rank these badges. Now, this is my personal opinion. What you think might be completely different to what I think, but I'm a traditionalist. I like old school stuff back from the day. Retro badges have got a scene better in my eyes than the new badges. Now, don't get me wrong, some of the new badges, especially over the recent days, you would have noticed, they can creep into contention to be one of the better badges. So, yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. It's just my preference is a traditional badge. I just do. I like to be able to know instantly when I see a badge where that badge is from, whether it is writing or whether it is being a recognizable badge from the years gone by. I'm an old fella. I've been around a little bit, so I've seen some of the badges a while. So I do it like that. What else do I say? Okay, yeah, and also, whatever badges end up in that top elite column, they will be the ones entered into the World Cup of badges. So basically, this is my filter. I'm filtering out the crap and leaving it with the cream of the crop. And again, be sure to stick any of your opinions in the comment section down below. What you think is the best badge, and if you've got any other leagues or badges in period that I think you should I should check out for the Badges World Cup. Get them in the description down below, and we'll check it out. So Levante, as good as it is, I do like it. I'm just going to put him in the decent column for now. It might move up a notch, but anyway, we're going to move on to the next one, which is Getafe. Getafe has a lot going on this badge as well, destroying the scenery here, or the backdrop. So let's take a look at Getafe. Let's blow this baby up. It's got, I believe, airplanes on the right-hand side. Is it a HQ for the Air Force? I don't know. As a footballer, it says Getafe on there. It has the colours of the Spanish flag. It might be a regional sort of flag or something like that. It has maybe it's like a strawberry. I think it's a strawberry, perhaps, in the middle of the badge as well. It's got some sort of gradient, sort of fading. It's a good-looking badge. I'm not going to knock it. It's got a lot of promise, and for that reason, I'm going to put it in the best of the rest. Already, we have a contender. Now, here's a traditional badge that doesn't need any working because it's always in the public eye. It is Barcelona, and I know it just because I know it. But again, if I was to show this to Joe Schmo and say, hey, what badge is this from? They wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo. They think it's an English club because it's got an English flag on it, or what appears to be an English flag. There's a Basque flag or Basque colours on here, which is prominent. Obviously, there's a lot of debate about that. At the moment, I'm not even going to go there. Has the colours of Barcelona, red and blue, or maroon and blue, or whatever. And it has the football as well. FCB. It's traditional. It's old school. Maybe back because it's so old and so traditional, it doesn't need anything else. But it has poignant colours, significant colours. It's good enough, but for me, I'm going to put it alongside Levante. It's just a little bit flat, and I'm not looking at it for anything other than appearance-wise. I'm not going to dig too deep into stuff. Barcelona are good at football anyway. They don't need to be bossing the Badge World Cup, so that's my underlining factor. If they were a shit club, then maybe it might have a little bit more. It'll be a little bit more of a soft spot for it, but no. Next up, we have Deportivo Leganes. Now, this is a good-looking badge, as you can see right here. Has a wreath around the side, says Leganes. It says Club Deportivo. It has possibly the colours of the thing. It has a crown. Has a lot going on, and it does look pretty. It's a pretty-looking badge, and we're not gonna deny this one anymore. We're gonna put them. Leganes might be a middle of the road or lower echelon team in the Bundesliga, in La Liga, but it's a decent looking badge, so that go right in there. Now this one is one I do like. It is Atletico Madrid. It doesn't say Atletico Madrid on there, but it has a piss and bear on there. It has a piss and bear on there. What appears to be a cloud. It has some stars. I don't know if those stars are significant as the colours of the team. I like this mainly because of the stinking bear. Oh, you bastards. You bastards. And it doesn't say it on this. This is going to go against everything I stand for in a badge, but that bear does add a bit of quality to it. Is it going to go through to the World Cup? No, probably not. And I think in that regard, if there was something else that would really push it further, I want to rank this higher, but I'm going to be fair and honest. It doesn't. You show that to anybody who doesn't know who that badge is, they will not have a clue who it is or where it's from. So, as much as I like the bear and everything, it's not that good. Yes. Next up, we have an awkward one as well. Celta Vigo. Now, I know this is Celta Vigo because I work with it week in and week out on the predictions. There's a cross in there. It has some sort of thing in the middle. I don't even know what that is. That's a crown. And it has, that's pretty much it. It's very regal, old school looking. But I don't like it. I hate working with it. It's awkward. Whenever I create thumbnails and things, it's very too skinny. It could do with a bump. And I'm actually going to push this down to the mech column because it is that awkward. It's an awkward look. It's an awkward badge. I don't really like too skinny badges. I need them to have a bit of width around them. Anyway, next up we have this one's Villarreal, right? Villarreal, correct. Again, I had to double check that one. Despite me knowing it and working with it, I was a little off. I was a little off about this one, but. Has a crown, has the initials of the club, has the colours as well. It's got quite a lot of colours, and it does look old school. It's of an old school ilk of a Barcelona-ish, but it is a bit boring. I'm not liking it as much as I thought. I'm not liking it as much as I thought I would, so that's going to go alongside Celta Vigo as well in the mech column. It's not outrageously bad, it's just a little bit flat. Next up, another awkward badge. I don't like this one either. It's I-bar straight off the bat. It's an unusual shape which gives it a little bit of character, but ultimately it's what is it? What is it? What is the cross? What's the significance of the cross? It has the football on there. It does say I-bar. It's pretty plain Jane, isn't it? It doesn't really scream out with zing. So unfortunately, I-bar, you're a middle-of-the-road La Liga side, and you're a middle-of-the-road badge. So I'm going to put you down in the mech column as well. You're going to join those likes down there. Next up, we have one here. Again, this doesn't say where it is, and I think I'm going to have to double-check. It's Valladolid. Now, this one screams with everything on there. It does have RV on there for Real Valladolid. It doesn't say Valladolid, which is going to hurt it. It has a lot going on. We could probably blow this up even more and take a closer look at what those things are on. It's like little castles or something on the shields. It has the blades of the sword, has the tip of the sword right here, has a crown. It's got a lot going on, but you know, the Joe Schmo would look at that and you go, I don't know where it's from. So on that regard, it's going to go into the decent column, despite having a very good presence about it. It looks very good, and I like it. It's just a shame that I had to double check. I didn't know who it was. Now I know this one because it's my team out in Spain. It's Real Sociedad, and it is a iconic looking badge. Has the football, has the flag, has the crown. It's good, and I'm going to be a little bit biased here, and it goes against the grain of a lot of what I've been saying because it doesn't say Sociedad on there, but it is iconic. You don't see badges like this very, very cheaply or rarely, and that's probably one of the reasons why I like this team. I have no affiliation with Sociedad whatsoever. There may be a little bit of a backstory to why I like it, but one of the lures was this badge. So. You know, it's a good-looking badge. It doesn't say it on there. It doesn't say Sociedad. Doesn't have any of the things. But this is you don't see a badge like that. They don't come around very often. That's like rocking hot shit right there in badges. Next up we have Real Betis again. We see a lot. We're going to see a lot of this across Europe. Badges that don't say what it is. So that's going to be the new norm, I think. So I'm going to have to get used to it. This has got the colours of Betis on there. It's got the crown as well. It has B in the middle, I believe. It's hard to see. It's hard to recognise. But yeah, it's in there, and it's it's okay, but it's, again, an awkward shape, this triangle. Awkward kind of shape. And on that regard, I'm going to push him down there with Ibar, because that's also an awkward shape. Next up, we have Espanyol. Now, they are struggling at the foot of the table at the moment. Espanyol, can they do a little bit better in the ranking of the badges? It says Espanyol in there. It's got the colours in there. It's ticking a few boxes. Has it got enough to be classed as the best of the rest? It's definitely not elite in my eyes, and in that regard, there's no point pushing it into the best of the rest, because that means I'll be umming and ahhing about it. So it's a bit flat. The crown doesn't stand out. And in my eyes, it's a good badge. It's not that bad. It's not relegation threatened. Don't you worry. Here's one that could be relegation threatened. I'm going to have to double check which it is. And that is Osasuna. Has a crown. Has a little lion. It's cute. It's quaint. But you don't know. You don't know where that is. I had to double check. It's a new club. It's not one that I'm familiar with. The bits and pieces of that the makeup of this badge don't stand out from each other. It kind of just blends in together, which sometimes could be a good thing, but for my eyes, it needs to pop out. That little lion needs to pop out. It needs to maybe have a bit of a background. It just fades into the distance. Maybe that's the new thing right now. I don't know, but unfortunately, Osasuna, you're also in the meh column. Now this one I just outright hate. It's Granada. It's Granada. It's skinny. It's skinny. I don't even know where to begin with this. It does say a G in there. It has a football. Maybe it's GFC. I don't know. Whenever I see it, it irks me. So I'm going to put that straight in the dog shit pile. That's a dog shit badge right there. If I ever saw one, there it is. It's right there. And there's another one. Another one I don't like. It looks like a marina. Like you're entering the dock. Welcome to Alaves Marina. Yes. Too much. The writing, what the heck? It's got like an essay written on there. It's got so much writing you wouldn't believe. Get rid of that Fundundo and just put 1921. If you put 1921 maybe across this in the middle here, you might be onto something. It's like a crayon drawing. It just looks like a marina. And I always look at it and think, when you look at you look at across the division style of badge, it's definitely unique. I'll give it that, but I don't like it. And I'm going to put it to make Granada not feel so left out. Alaves is going to go join them in there as well. Here's one which is a little bit better. Athletic Club Bilbao has a church or something or a little setting up there. Has the colours, has Bilbao in its own sort of style. It's got two X's, which may mean something. I don't know. Maybe it's trophies. I don't know. Any Bilbao fans or any things. This one's got something about it. I'm going to put it into the best of the rest. It's got potential to be up there with the big boys. Next up, we have Valencia. Now again, bats are the flavour of the month at the moment. Don't go eating them anytime soon. I'm not putting them in there. I'm just taking a close look at it. This definitely has a similar vibe to that of Levante. Has the same football, has the stripes. It says Valencia. If I was to put this one in the best of the rest, I've got to put Levante in there as well. I think Levante's even looks more sharper than this. So this one actually is going to sit in decent as well. Next up we have this one, which is Sevilla. Now this one may have everything. May have it all. I'm trying to bring it to the front. Let's blow this son of a bitch up big time. So we have three popes or something knocking about. Now what else is going on in that picture that we can see? They're holding the ball. They're sitting across from each other. Three popes or three whatever. Yeah. Okay, it has that in there. I like it, but the more I look at it, the more bored I get. It's just like meh. So it's good. I'm gonna actually sit it in there, the best of the rest. No, I'm not. It is decent. It's decent. Next up, Real Madrid, Barcelona are indecent. So that's why this guy. I'm not going to have any favours. That's where that belongs. It doesn't say Real Madrid on there. Again, you'd only know it because it's been in the public eye a lot, and that is probably it. Next up, or finally, we have Mallorca. That's right. New to the division. Obviously, you were in Segunda Division last season. I'm trying to bring them forward. It looks artsy-fartsy and old and traditional and all that, but yeah, it's just a mess of stuff. It looks like a puzzle. You have to work it out, or we have to do like a Rubik's Cube in the middle to figure out who the heck this is. It's a nice sort of traditional sort of badge, but I haven't got a clue who that is. I just know it is. I'm going to put that in the meh column. So we have the separation of the match. We've got no one in elite. And I think we're going to have to put two of them in there. And I'm completely honest with you. It's going to be the first two, really. And that is Deportivo Leganes. They're going to the World Cup. Getafe also going. And I'm going to move Sociedad down. And just to make it a little bit more presentable, I think I'm going to stick Atletico Madrid in the best of the rest. And then that'll be it. So that is my versions of the rankings for the La Liga clubs at the moment out in Spain. Do you agree or disagree? What do you think is the best badge in Spain? Give me your thoughts and opinions in the old comment section down below. And we'll do this all again tomorrow with Serie A. We'll go to Italy and take a look at those badges and see what they've got up their sleeves. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, smash that thumbs up. And if you're new, smash the subscribe. We've got a lot of badges over the next few days. We're going around the globe to try and get our World Cup. Speaking of World Cup, if you want to take part in the voting process whenever that opens up, be sure to follow me on Twitter. There is a link down below. Twitter, I think it's just Roverseas. Check it out. There is a link down below. It'll send you right to it. And while you're at it, you can check me out on Facebook. And of course, if you want to become a patron, that's the place to go as well. Check it out. Link patreon.com/Roverseas. And you'll open up a can of worms, a Pandora's box on tricks and trickaroos. And you become my new best mate. That's right. Anyway, lots to do in this football wilderness. Just stick it here, right on Blackburn Overseas, and you'll be covered. You'll be covered on all angles. Until I see you all again, smash that thumbs up, smash the subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.